There are moments in life when you have to take a good, honest look at the relationships around you. Not just romantic ones, but friendships, work partnerships, even family connections. And ask, is this helping me grow or keeping me stuck? Too often, we settle for less than what we know deep down we deserve. We stay in situations where our peace is constantly disturbed, where we are undervalued, disrespected, or ignored because it feels safer than stepping into the unknown. But the truth is, the longer you settle, the more you send a silent message. This is all I'm worth. You don't have to say a word. Your tolerance does the talking. You teach people how to treat you by what you allow. If someone constantly disregards your feelings and you keep showing up, you're training them that it's acceptable. If you keep answering the phone for someone who only calls when they need something, you're telling them you're okay being used. Boundaries aren't selfish. They are a declaration that you value the life God gave you. When you know your worth, you stop chasing after people who refuse to see it. You stop trying to convince someone to love you, respect you, or honor you. People who truly value you won't need convincing. They'll show it in their actions, and here's the thing. Walking away from the wrong is not a loss, it's a gain. When you let go of relationships that drain your joy, you make space for ones that fill you with peace. That's not just emotional fluff. That's a spiritual principle. You cannot hold on to what's toxic and expect what's healthy to come in. Many people pray for better relationships, but they don't realize they have no room for them. If your hands are full of the wrong things, the right things have nowhere to land. Peace is priceless. No amount of history, no number of shared memories, no list of excuses is worth trading your intercom. The wrong people will keep you walking on eggshells, doubting yourself and second-guessing your value. The right people will make you feel safe to be yourself, to speak your truth, to grow without fear. If you've been settling, telling yourself so, and maybe it's not that bad or they'll change someday, it's time to wake up to this reality. You can love people from a distance. You can forgive without reconnecting. You can pray for someone's best without keeping them in your inner circle. Don't wait until life forces you to let go. Choose today to release what's weighing you down. Don't carry relationships that constantly pull you back into old patterns. You weren't created to spend your days just surviving. You were created to thrive, to laugh freely, to live in peace. That may mean making hard choices, but those choices will lead to the life you walk away from the wrong. You're not walking into emptiness. You're walking toward peace, toward respect, toward the kind of love that reflects the value God placed on your life. You teach people how to treat you by what you allow, and sometimes without even realizing it. You send signals through your actions that tell others what is acceptable in your life. You may not be speaking it out loud, but your consistency, your patience, your tolerance are all sending messages about your worth and your standards. When someone repeatedly disrespects your boundaries and you remain silent, they assume you are okay with it. When someone always takes from you, but never pours back, and you keep showing up, they assume that is just how the relationship works. If you want people to value you, respect you, and honor you, then you must first show them that you value yourself. When you set boundaries, it is not about being harsh or unkind. It is about honoring the life and peace that you have been given. Boundaries are like a fence around a garden. They protect what is growing inside from being trampled on by those who do not appreciate its beauty without them. Weeds of disrespect and misuse can overtake what was meant to flourish. It is easy to tell yourself that letting small things slide is just keeping the peace. But in reality, every time you accept less than what you deserve, you train others to give you less. People treat you according to the standard you consistently uphold. The moment you compromise your values to keep someone close, you invite them to keep pushing that line further. Eventually, you find yourself in a place where you hardly recognize your own life or feel the joy you once had. It is not selfish to say no to what steals your peace. It is wise to protect the emotional and spiritual energy that sustains you. The relationships that are meant to be in your life will not be destroyed because you drew a line in the sand. Those who truly care about you Respect the boundaries you set and adjust their behavior accordingly. Those who get angry or offended when you enforce your word are often those who benefited from your lack of boundaries. In the first place, when you stop tolerating disrespect, you may lose some people, but you will gain peace when you no longer make excuses for someone's poor treatment of you. You open the door for healthier connections to walk in, people off with bitterness, but about teaching them by your action how you expect to be treated. You are showing them that kindness is not weakness, and that love does not mean tolerating abuse or neglect. You are modeling self-respect in a way that invites others to do the same for themselves. Sometimes you have to step back from a relationship, not because you hate the person, but because you love yourself enough to protect your peace. It takes courage to do this. It means risking loneliness in the short term to gain fulfillment in the long term. It means trusting that you deserve more than half-hearted effort and inconsistent care. It means believing that God will bring the right people into your life when you stop clinging to the wrong ones every time you allow poor treatment without addressing it. You silently agree that it is acceptable. But when you lovingly correct it or remove yourself from it, you are teaching others a higher standard. Your life is too valuable to be spent managing constant drama or trying to earn love from those who refuse to give it freely. Let your boundaries speak for you. Let your actions show your worth. You cannot make someone respect you, but you can refuse to engage with those who don't. When you start valuing yourself, others will either rise to meet your standard or remove themselves from your life. Either way, you win. Because you have chosen peace over chaos and respect over compromise. When you walk away from the wrong, you make room for the right. And sometimes the hardest step you will ever take is the one that leads you away from something you thought you needed. We often hold on to relationships that drain us because they are familiar. We tell ourselves that we have invested too much time, that it is too late to start over, or that maybe if we just wait a little longer, things will get better. But holding on to what is wrong does not create room for what is right. It only delays the blessing that is waiting for you. There is a season for everything, and there comes a point when you have to recognize that certain doors need to be closed, not because you are bitter or unforgiving, but because you value the peace that comes with the right people in your life. Letting go can feel like loss at first, but it is really an exchange. You are giving up stress for serenity, drama for stability, confusion for clarity. The wrong relationships will keep you second-guessing your worth and questioning your purpose. The right ones will remind you of your value and encourage your growth. It is not that the wrong people are always bad people, but sometimes they are simply not aligned with us. Where you are going, you can love someone deeply and still know they are not meant to walk with you into the next season of your life. And if you do not make that choice yourself, life will often make it for you. Opportunities will pass you by, peace will slip further away, and joy will feel harder to reach. The space in your life is precious, and it is limited if it is filled with relationships that cause tension and drain your energy. There is no room for the ones that will bring joy and balance. Think of it like a closet. If every hanger is occupied by clothes that no longer fit or match your style, there is no space for new outfits that suit the person you are becoming. You have to clear out the old to make way for the new. It works the same way in relationships. Releasing the wrong ones does not mean you stop caring. It means you care enough about yourself to choose what is healthy over what is harmful. It means you trust that God has better ahead for you than what you are leaving behind. It means you believe that peace is not something you stumble into, but something you actively create by the choices you make. Walking away is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of wisdom. It is understanding that love should not require you to sacrifice your joy. That respect should not be optional, should be consistent, not rare. The right people will not be threatened by your boundaries or your growth. They will celebrate them because they want to see you flourish. You may not see what will replace what you are letting go of, but faith is trusting that the empty space will be filled with something better when you hold on to the wrong. you do not trust Him to bring you the right. But when you release it, you are saying, I am ready for what you have prepared for me. That shift opens the door for new relationships, new opportunities, and new peace. Your future is too important to keep investing in connections that pull you backward. Every moment you spend with the wrong people is a moment you could have been building something beautiful with the right ones. Choose today to make room for what is meant for you. So when you walk away from the wrong, you are not walking into loneliness. You are walking into alignment, into peace, and into the kind of love and respect you truly deserve.